Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the neighborhood. I am John, your favorite neighbor kid, and I'm coming back again to play some Starsector today. We did start this series off a couple months ago, but we're starting over today because this is a brand new version of the game that adds a significant amount of additional content to it and additional functionality, actually. I'm still relatively unaware of the game. I have been watching some tutorials and things in between, in this time period, and I did redo the tutorial missions, so I have a little bit a better grasp of combat and all that, and hopefully we'll get into this a little bit better this time around. We're gonna start a new game today. This new version of the game adds story mission type stuff, and actually I think you can take a look at this. Yeah, if you guys want to play along, you can actually play along with this seed right here. Let's see, Aries Goodman. What was the one we had? We had one. One I generated that I really liked is Apollo Ganymede. Let's go with I like that dude. That's a good setup. I don't know what we're gonna be playing as today. They really want me to take that one. I feel it. Maybe I should. This dude looks like an Apollo Ganymede, right? That dude kind of looked like an Apollo Ganymede too. I like that. That dude's got some sass. I like him. He seems like a discerning gentleman. All right, yeah, let's take him. Well, yeah, we'll go with first choice. I think that next time I'm gonna take that dude. I like that guy. This one seems like I'm feeling it right now. Right now, for this particular one, I'm feeling it. I'm hoping this screen is all proper and fitting and stuff. I had to do a bunch of finagling to get the game to be an actual real full screen windowed mode. I don't know, my recording device does not work well when a program switches between stuff. If this screen flashes black when you switch between this window and another one, it's bad. It works against me very much. Let's see. Now, we want to play as our most recent occupation was a bounty hunter, scavenger, an explorer, a freelancer. I want to say we should take a faster start, but I also don't really like, for ship combat, I'd like to take on a smaller, faster ship, and see how well I do with that. I'm not gonna be good at this game. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I should probably switch the follow mouse cursor button functionality so that it always works like that. It always follows the mouse cursor, but we'll test this out and see how it goes. Because shift, like, yeah, we'll get to it. Scavenger. Let's do bounty hunter right now, and let's take a kite. Kite is like the smallest, I think, but whatever. We are gonna definitely play easy. And we're going to start with a tutorial. That's just all there is to it. Like I said, I did the combat tutorial and all that. The combat tutorials, all of them, including the fleet tutorial. So I've got a subtle, small, kind of grasp on things. But there's a lot of buttons in this game. We'll see how it goes. It'll be fun. We'll have fun. You guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong. You can give me tips, what have you. All right, let's see. All right, this is our map. Welcome to the sector. Your fleet is in the middle of nowhere, critically low on supplies. If you don't acquire more supplies, your fleet will suffer through a slow but ultimately fatal decline. Fortunately, there's a debris field nearby. Move up to it and activate your Scavenge ability to search it for more useful cargo. Scavenging requires heavy machinery, but there's some in your cargo holds. Make sure to take all the supplies and any other valuable cargo, but feel free to leave the cheap and bulky metals behind. We don't have much cargo space in this guy, so we'll have to be a little bit more discerning than I normally am. To get your fleet moving, click in an empty space in the direction you want to move. All right, let's get it going. Oh yeah, let's go straight. Thank God we just go straight, right? All right, so we are in a debris field. Let's go ahead and press 6 to start scavenging. Your fleet assumes a stable orbit relative to the debris field. I won't read this all the time because this is the same stuff that comes up in every time you scavenge. But I'll read it when it's pertinent. The field appears stable and will not drift apart anytime soon. Long-range scans indicate it's possible something of value could be found inside. The salvage that remains is extremely difficult to get to, and there's high risk involved in running a salvage operation. Our effectiveness is at 7%, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right, an accident during the operation has resulted in the loss of 2 crew and 3 heavy machinery. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so we got supplies here. You can hold control to just send them right into our cargo bay. And we're definitely going to take the heavy machinery, and let's see. Yeah, we're good, actually. We've got room for all of this stuff, so we'll just confirm and continue. All right, baby. Now it wants us to quick save, so we go and do that. And we're going to get used to quick saving. Try to, anyway, because that's going to be a thing that I'm going to want to know how to do. Like, that's going to be a thing I'm going to want to do all the time. A pirate fleet is approaching. First, you'll spot it as a sensor contact, then as an unidentified fleet, and then, when it gets very close, you'll see its true colors. Don't worry, the pirate ship is a shoddy rust bucket, and if you do lose, you can press F9 to quick load. That's good to know. Even so, combat can be expensive, especially if there's no bounty on the enemy you fight. Deploying ships into battle reduces their combat readiness, and recovering combat readiness consumes supplies. Battle damage can cost even more supplies to repair. However, fighting is often necessary to survive. Wait for the pirate fleet to approach, then defeat them. All right, we waiting. Here they come. They coming. You coming. I see you. There you are, rogue miner. This is not a rogue trader, am I right? Haha. I don't know if anyone would get that. The pirate ship maneuvers to prevent you from disengaging easily. It does not appear to be certain of your identity. Any hostilities will have reduced impact on your reputation. Well, that's good, because nobody knows who I am. All right, let's open a comm link. Don't you get any of your dirt on me when I blast your ship up. All right, I guess he does not want to talk. And probably everyone but myself will have that voice. I just want to point that out. I'll try to have a little bit of variety, and if there's anybody who has a voice that comes back, I'll see if I can remember it. Probably not. All right. So there's actually this new this new update actually adds this section right here: disengage by executing a series of special maneuvers. It adds a story point system. I have no idea what that involves. I haven't played very far into this at all, and I mean like I've played a few steps into the this particular part of the tutorial, so basically blind for the most part. Let's move into engage. All right, we're already in command of the ship we want to be in command of. You can select ships to deploy at the beginning of each battle and deploy reinforcements as the battle goes on. Deploying a ship reduces its combat readiness by a fixed amount. In addition, ships will begin to gradually lose combat readiness after their peak readiness time runs out. Recovering combat readiness takes time and consumes valuable supplies. And I believe they're talking about outside of battle when they say recovering combat readiness, because you don't do it during battle. To my knowledge. All right, so we'll dismiss that. And, we're going to take them both in just to make sure that I got everything. That we deal with everything. All right, I'm going to have this. So this is the vessel that we're taking control of. I'm going to have the kite hang around our guy. our flagship here, and then we'll go into it. Hope for the best. Hope God. I'll switch to that. I don't really need to... Gotta lead this guy. Yeah, if you could get dealt with, that would be great. I'm gonna kind of try to keep my distance a little bit so that we don't take too much fire. Let's see, I don't know about the range on this gun. There we go. Yeah, we wanna... We're getting fluxed up right now. So we got a vent. I don't know if it was mentioned, but I'm not great at the combat. I believe I mentioned that. All right. So we got that. We claimed victory. We killed that guy. Things are good. I realized that I have other things that I could use, like an ion cannon. I had an ion cannon. Not that that would be particularly helpful. That's just energy weapons. Of course, we have point defenses too. Okay, cool. I believe we only have the one to fight. Okay. So, your forces were able to gain a complete victory in the last engagement. Of course, we lost a relationship with the pirates. Salvage crews were able to recover 322 credits from CPU cores still active in the wreckage. Let's pick through the wreckage and see what we got. Okay, cool. So, we've got the wrong button right there. How much room we got? Okay, so we're not quite at full fuel. We got one heavy machinery, and let's see. I am gonna take the thumper for sure. I don't know how good this is. I don't know anything about the weapons. Hopefully we'll figure things out as we go along, or I'll, do some playing on my own kind of thing. We'll see about that. All right, and that's what we can carry in our holds right now. We can try to take everything, but if you take more salvage than your fleet has the capacity to carry, it will result in greatly increased daily supply consumption and reduced travel speed. We don't want that, especially considering that this does not sell for a particularly good amount. So, we hit control, and that's the nice thing too. Control transfers as much as you can hold over the first time around. And if you're maxed out, pressing it again will transfer the rest of it. So it will transfer either all of it or as much as you can hold, depending on the situation. All right, cool. So we are golden on that. We got that. Your fleet's supply consumption has just gone up. Recovering combat readiness used to deploy ships into battle costs supplies, as does repairing battle damage. To reduce supply use, repairs and CR recovery on ships can be suspended from the fleet screen. So this is actually something that you can go in. You can go in and you can suspend all repairs or suspend them individually through this part here. All right, so let's get back. We got the map. All right, let's get back into this. And also, this is the cargo that was left behind. This is all the metal that we didn't pick up. All right, so we got 4 story points, and we have 2 skill points, and then we'll do a quick save. And as far as I understand, you can recheck debris fields and get more stuff from it. You've gained a level. You gain 1 skill point with each level up and an additional point at the start of the campaign. You'll also gain story points as you gain experience. These can be used to take exceptional actions to make your own story in a way. The tutorial will introduce these using these a bit later. Skill points are used to learn skills. Skills are arranged in 4 aptitudes: combat, leadership, technology, and industry. Each aptitude has 5 tiers, and you can pick one of the 2 skills at each tier. Wait, what? I am confused. I think they've done a revamp on skills. The skills that affect your piloted ship, all combat skills, and a few skills in other aptitudes can be made elite at the cost of a story point. That's fun. The maximum level you can reach is 15. That is actually, I believe, a new change. I think it was 30 up to this point. Press C to open the character tab and consider your options. You don't have to actually spend the points now if you don't want to. I don't necessarily want to because I don't know what I'm going to spend it on. Okay, yeah, so this is a big change. What it used to be, so these are apparently, you can learn one or the other. But it used to be just a long list, and... Oh. So it used to be a long list, and I think the reason that everything changed with respect to skills is that you used to also have to upgrade the base skill section to upgrade anything else in there. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I think probably a positive change. The problem will be deciding between... All right, fighters from piloted ships. That is unlikely to ever be me. I am unlikely to ever personally fly a carrier. And I think we can choose any of these. Oh. Oh, guess not. I guess that you actually have to go... We have to get one of these skills before we can get that, and so on. Which is actually kind of cool. That makes things a lot better. Which means that because these don't seem to have individual levels anymore, it's just a skill that you get. There's 5 for each. So you can, so with 15 levels total, we can actually get every available or every skill level in each one of 3 of these, or we can kind of spread them out. So we can max out 3 of these if we only choose 3. So we could do like all in industry, all in technology, and all in combat, or the like. Because otherwise it would require 20 points total. I'm definitely gonna want combat. That one's an easy one. That one's definitely an easy one. Let's see, piloted ship and fighters from piloted ship. Let's see what else we've got. All right, weapon drills, auxiliary support. What did we take? Helmsmanship. Yep, that's not surprising. All right, let's see here. Target analysis. And I don't know what it takes to reset these, but I think you can at a significant cost at some point. I'm not sure about that, though. Like I said, there's been a lot of changes at this point, and not that I knew a whole lot beforehand. All right, a drinking song. Good stuff. 10% plus 10% weapon damage for combat ships. Maximum 10%. Maximum 90 or less total combat ship recovery cost. Your fleet's total is 7. I am confused by that. Oh, does that actually... Okay, it also unlocks hull mods, too. That's going to make this real tricky to figure out. Oh, hell yeah, we absolutely need this one. Navigation. The transverse jump is absolutely what we want. That's going to make it so that we can get out of a system and into hyperspace without having to get to a gravity well. So we don't actually have to worry about trying to fly back to one if we get kind of trapped in a situation. I think it will come at a significant cost to us, if I remember correctly, but that is something that we are going to want to go for. So as such, I'm going to save one of the skill points and we can kind of decide. Can we just straight up? Oh, resigning your skills uses a story point will not grant bonus experience. Okay. Oh. Some skills are permanent and cannot be reassigned. Hull mods granted by reassigning skills will remain, but active abilities will be removed. Interesting. So yeah, that's how you do that. All right, so we're good on that. All right, shortly after dispatching the pirates, you receive a tight beam communication from the system's main inhabited world, Insera, or Ankira. I'm not entirely sure on that one. The message is brief and asks you to travel there and contact Station Commander Z as soon as possible. I feel like they were they watched my particular playthrough just a little bit or something, because I don't know why I get that feeling. I guess I'm spoiled by Satyr watching my Starbound. Let's lay in course for Insera. You don't need to do this to travel, but it helps keep track of where you're going and how long it'll take there. After dismissing this dialogue, press E to open the intel section to view the details of the message you've just received. Select the message and click on the Show on Map button to open the map centered directly on Insera. Then left-click and hold on the planet and select Lay in Course from the menu that pops up. Alternatively, you can just right-click on Insera. All right. You could also press Tab to open the map and locate Insera manually. Once you locate Insera, open the comm directly to Once you get to Insera, open the comm directory to contact Station Commander Z. All right, let's do that. Let's open that up. I'm already lost on that. Okay. Titania Z. Interesting. Show on map. All right, let's get to it. S's go back, and then we can just get out of the map through Tab. Okay. So we all know this is going to be going slow, and Insera is pretty far away. Here we go. And it'll take a while to get there at this rate. The sustained burn ability is useful for long-distance travel. Activating it will briefly stop the fleet and reduces acceleration to a minimum, but the maximum burn level will be much higher. A sustained burn can be interrupted by other fleets activating an interdiction pulse. Activate sustained burn to get to Insera more quickly. You can also press and hold Shift to speed up time. And I believe I'm going to do a settings check. Campaign speed up time is a toggle. Okay, cool. We'll save that. All right, let's go ahead and where are we? Sustained burn. There we go. Got our sustained burn on. Coming up on an asteroid belt. If you go through at full speed, there's a chance your fleet may be knocked off course, and some of your ships might even suffer damage from asteroid impacts. Slowly moving fleet avoids this danger. Press and hold S to move slowly until you're through the asteroid belt. The danger is low, however, especially since the belt is thin and you're only going across it. You could also get away. So you could also get away with just going full speed. I'm gonna try it going slower just to test it out. Yeah, so if we were going through the asteroid belt, that would be a lot more of a useful situation. Your fleet is getting closer to Insera, which is controlled by the Hegemony, a militaristic faction in the sector. While in Hegemony space, a fleet is required by law to identify itself by keeping its transponder turned on. This is a view shared by most, though not all, major factions. Turning on the transponder makes your fleet highly visible, and everyone seeing it will know who you are. Unlike that pirate fleet you fought earlier, which you had to be very close to positively identify. So basically, be wary of anyone who's not broadcasting. Keeping your transponder on is a crippling disadvantage in hostile space, but as we're getting closer to port and we'd like to dock there, it's a good idea to turn it on. Activate the transponder before getting close to Insera, both to avoid unwanted attention from patrols and to receive docking clearance. Since turning it on and off has major consequences, can have anyway, it requires a double tap to turn on or off, once to prime and once more to confirm. So let's turn that on. All right. Your fleet approaches Insera. Your fleet transmits identification codes via the transponder, and you are soon granted docking clearance. Let's go. Open the comm directory. Ooh, got an officer available. Titania Z. Let's talk to you. You connect to the local comm directory and browse the public and otherwise known listings. You transmit the comms ID and wait for the system to establish connection. Your connection request is accepted surprisingly quickly, given that a citizen has many responsibilities. Ah, you've come. Excellent. As you're well aware, recently, well, I suppose we can skip that part. I could use a refresher on recent events. A team from the Galatia Academy has been running experiments on the dormant gate in the system, trying to connect it back to the domain's gate network. Promising experience, or so they thought, until an energy pulse we expected would get a response from the gate to stabilize the jump points leading into the system, cutting us off from the rest of the sector. It's rather like how the sector is cut off from the domain. Writ small. The stars have a sense of irony. Do they not? The miners of Derinkuyu Station, which is also located in the system and was operated near a subsistence operating near a subsistence level, were hit the hardest. They turned to piracy, intercepting one of the last food shipments to come in. Out of desperation, no doubt, but there were deaths, and they've put themselves well outside the law. Their leaders know that if the jump points are stabilized and the system is once again part of the sector, that they can look forward to a life sentence at a penal colony at absolute best. That's really sad. That's really sad. This is already starting pretty messed up, but here we are. All right, now where do I fit in? The miners turned pirate are guarding the jump points, preventing us from gathering recent readings and coming up with a way to stabilize them. We do have a security detachment that could handle their forces, but they're tied up defending Insera. The pirates are too much for you to take on, but fortunately you don't have to. We've got an agent on Derinkuyu Station who was able to gain access to recent sensor readings from ships guarding the jump points, but they have not been able to get a long-range comm array to send the data to us. Get to a long-range. That's where you come in. Head to Derinkuyu and retrieve the data from our agent, then return here. Why me? Why not? I'm not exactly spoiled for choice, and you've shown some ability to handle difficulties. I mean, you could call it ability, but I don't know. It's not going to be a milk run, that's for sure. Never is it? And if they tell you, they're lying. They lying. All right, we got a relationship improvement. All right. First off, make sure you turn off your transponder once you undocked. Yeah, that's a solid one that I remember forgetting very well. Let's see. I've instructed the security detachment not to give you any trouble about that. If you're lucky, the pirates may even think you're one of their own and let you approach Derinkuyu without any trouble. Still, it makes sense to go dark as you get closer, to make sure they can't get a good reading on your fleet. You can also approach along the Asteroid Belt. That'll give you the most perfect cover as long as you're moving slowly. I like that. I'm going to try that. I'm going to go dark and try going the sneaky way through the Asteroid Belt. That is really cool. I'm not sure that was even an option the last time around. And if it was, I wasn't paying enough attention. So, and if they notice me, then you're in trouble. Activate emergency burn and get out of there. Lose them and then come back around to try again. Don't e-burn unless you really need to, though. It's hard on the ships and it will cost you more supplies to recover from. Eats up a good chunk of fuel, too. Very well. Excellent. Thank you for being willing to help. Come back when you've got the data. Good luck. You cut the comm after exchanging a few pleasantries. All right. Good deal. All right. So we are good to go on this. This one, now we can take a look here. Show on map. So we're going here. That's a debris field, and that's cool. I don't want to get too much out of the way of things. I don't want to go too far out of the way of things before I get really a good handle on stuff, because I remember last time I just screwed up everything. Well, that's unkind. I made some choices that were less than effective, I believe. Especially when I didn't know how to play the game. And I do want to say, if I screw up again, we can always either save scum or come back. And if you guys have any opinions on that, definitely let me know in the comments. And if you have any tips and tricks, throw that, or tips or tricks, throw that in the comments too. Let's do a quick save, and we will try to get to the mining station. Because I want the chance to be able to get back to this. All right, let's stay in place just for right now. Let's take a look at the map again. We're going to lay in a course, and then just want to make sure that we get out to the asteroid belt. Slow down. Got to make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay. Going dark. All right, going through the asteroid belt to get there. Okay, all right, beautiful. You're that went a lot better than the last time. We got attacked. I'm pretty sure we had to fight a lot of things. Am I thinking right? Maybe last time we did it just fine here. I think it was a different thing that I might be thinking of. Your fleet approaches Darenkuyu Mining Station. Your fleet goes into orbit around Darenkuyu Mining Station. The local port authority seems to take no issue with your explanation for why your transponder, regrettably, can't be turned on. All right, let's go ahead and talk to some folks. I forgot who we're supposed to talk to. Okay, Louis Morseng? More sense? Oh god, I don't know how to pronounce that. More sense? Sangs? More sense? I'll take that. Alright, contact the agent and exchange passphrases to verify each other's identities. The agent then transmits a data file with recent raw sensor datings of the unstable jump points. You contact the agent using special comms ID. A few chirps confirm your identities to each other. Wait a second. I feel like this part... Okay, This is an alpha version of the game. I want to say that. This is not even... I don't even think this is beta yet. All right, so we got that. We're all good. That was a little weird. All right, let's leave and continue just for a second. Let's take a look at what we've got to do next. Return to Insera. That's not surprising. All right, show a map. Laying a course. All right, continue. All right. Oh, that's right. All right, let's turn on a transponder. And we don't want to fly through the sun either. Why am I not doing the sustain to burn? It's too late now. I forgot. That's why. You know, that's what we're going to say. Okay, cool. We made it back. We're not dead. Good deal. Open the comm directory. All right. You have the data. Well done. There's a brief wait as you transmit the data file. Now, while the system is running a preliminary analysis of the data, I believe you're due a reward. Yes, please. There's a chime in the background, and she looks concerned. Is there a problem? Yes. The system estimates it'd take about a cycle to analyze the data and come up with a stabilization algorithm. Naturally, by then, the data would be out of date, and any algorithm based on it meaningless. If we had an AI core on hand, we could analyze the data more quickly. Fortunately, there's a survey probe somewhere in the system, one left over from the initial exploration of the sector by the domain. Should have at least one AI core serving as its brain. Where is it, and why hasn't it been salvaged before? To answer your second question, domain artifacts are usually protected by automated defenses that still function to this day, and this probe is no exception. And the hegemony generally forbids civilian interference with domain artifacts, for the sake of public safety, of course. Desperate times, however. As to where it is, my data indicates it's somewhere beyond the orbit of Pontus. To get there, then head out beyond the asteroid belt and use the active sensor burst. You should, at the very least, get a sensor contact with the probe. Head towards it, perform salvage, and bring back an AI core. Pontus is a gas giant in the outer system. To see its name on the map, you might have to turn off the inhabited option in the map filter. All right, I'll see what I can do. All right, beautiful. This is actually a great place to break it off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I just want to say, if you like me, if you like the channel, if you want to help out a little bit, do what you're doing right now and watch. It's fantastic to have you here. And if you got any friends you want to send my way, absolutely do that too as well. I'd appreciate it. Also, come join the neighborhood on Discord. Chat with me, chat with other neighbor kids. It's a lot of fun. This is also YouTube, so like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. If you have any tips or tricks or games you want to see me play, that sort of thing, throw it in the comments. If you want to receive updates when I post new videos, make sure you hit that little alarm bell if you do subscribe. And last but not least, if you got any cash you want to donate to me, I always appreciate the help. Always appreciate it. If you got it and you want to give it to me, you can hit me up with a coffee. You can find a link for that and all those other things down in the description below or on the main page. Anyway, with that, thank you so much for checking out the video. From my house to yours, I'm John the Neighbor Kid, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.